This right here is my 1997 Mitsubishi 3000GT, and I absolutely love this car. So today I'm going to tell you a bit about the car and a bit about what it's like to drive and own a 3000GT. So this is the base trim of the 3000GT. So it has a naturally aspirated 3-liter V6 engine that makes about 160 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. So nothing crazy by today's standards, but it's an old car. So for a 90s car, that's not half bad. It's enough power to have fun with while being a relatively reliable engine. So these cars also came in 2 other trim levels. There's the next one up, which is the SL, which still has an NA 3-liter V6, but it's a dual cam engine, whereas this one's only a single cam engine. And that one makes about 220 horsepower. And then of course there's the top dog, the VR4, which has twin turbos, all-wheel steering, active aero, electronically adjustable suspension, and all the crazy 90s tech that they threw in it. That one makes about 320 horsepower, I believe. So this is arguably the least exciting version of the 3000GT. It is, of course, the slowest version, but it is also the most reliable out of the 3 trims, being lower power and having less crazy 90s tech. They also cost significantly less up front and in repairs over the years if you own one of these cars, although they definitely have some issues. All right, so I've owned this car for coming up on 3 months now, and I haven't had a chance to just make a good quality video on it like this yet because it's been broken almost the whole time I've owned it so far. The main issue I've had with it so far was a massive oil leak. It was just gushing oil out, and that was just some seals in the engine. It was the cam seals were the main ones that were leaking a bunch, and that's kind of to be expected on an old car, you know, because the rubber seals just kind of get old and crusty and just give out after a while. So that's not really, you know, a Mitsubishi thing. That's kind of just an old car thing, that those seals are gonna give out and they're gonna start leaking. And I've had some other little issues here and there, just things not working quite properly. I'm gonna replace the master and slave cylinders for the clutch soon because it's leaking a little bit of clutch fluid. Nothing too terrible, you know, but something that needs to be replaced. But other than that, I haven't had anything huge. Granted, I've only owned it for, you know, a couple of months and haven't driven it all that much, but I haven't encountered any like crazy issues yet. It's all been relatively simple stuff. I just want to take a second to appreciate how good this car looks, because in my potentially slightly biased opinion, this is like one of the coolest 90s cars, I think. I also own one, so I kind of like have to think that, but I genuinely do think that. I think they look so good. I feel like it looks like a lot of other cars from the 90s in like certain areas from certain angles, and I think that's pretty cool because, at least in my opinion, 90s sports cars are like the coolest cars there are. But just everything about the way this car looks, I absolutely love. Apart from the massive wheel gap, but I'm gonna get coilovers for it at some point and fix that issue because I have monster truck fitment at the moment, but that's okay. I do kind of wish I had the pop-up headlights from the first gen of these cars, but I honestly really like the headlights that they put on these 2Gs as well. I think they look really, really cool. It's a really unique design on the front end. There are a couple of cool little areas I want to point out on this car. So first of all the openings on the front of the car are actually functional vents in some way. Obviously there's the radiator in the front, but on the sides, those actually vent out into the wheel well area, as well as the vents on the back here. Those are actually functional vents as well. So that's super cool compared to new cars where they just cover them in vents that don't go anywhere, and I think that's kind of lame. On the back end, obviously it has this beautiful wing on the back. I think that just looks so cool, the way it just kind of flows with the body there. And it's also got quad exhaust tips, which is so dope, and it sounds pretty good, but it needs to be louder. In the back here, there's actually quite a lot of space for throwing things. I was a bit worried about that when I bought the car, if I would have enough storage space in the back to throw a bunch of instruments and whatnot in here. And you can fold down the back seats and you have a ton of space. The back seats are only for double amputees. You can't really fit anyone back there who has legs. You can sit sideways in the back if you want to cram one person back there. Have done that and it works all right, but yeah, you can of course move the seat forward, but then neither person really fits. So back seats aren't very functional, but you know, they get the job done if you have to take someone else along with you. Now this car is only front wheel drive, which is a bit annoying if you don't like front wheel drive cars. I don't mind it personally. I think front wheel drive cars are kind of fun. I also own 2 of them and have never owned a rear wheel drive car. So I'm sure my opinion of that would probably change slightly if I own a rear wheel drive car. There is of course the VR4 option if you do want all wheel drive, but for someone that doesn't have that kind of money, front wheel drive is just fine. I know that the automatic transmission versions of these cars did have quite a lot of transmission issues, but this one here has a 5-speed, which I think is way more fun and less issues. I am also filming this on a different day than when I filmed all the intro B-roll shots, so I do have a different steering wheel in here now and a different shift knob and boot. I don't like the knob that I put in there, so I'm going to change that out at some point, but I love the steering wheel and I'm still undecided about the red boot. But let me know what you think. Do you think that the red shift boot works on this car? I love the steering wheel because it's bronze and matches my rims. That is the coolest thing ever. But I can't decide about the red shift knob. All right, so if we get going here, hopefully you can hear everything that I'm saying fine, because I'm leaving my windows cracked a little bit because it's 90 degrees today and my AC doesn't really work at all. So obviously the most important thing for this kind of car is it fun to drive? And I think it is a blast to drive this car. It's not super crazy fast, but it's fun. You can shift down in the second, and if you floor it, it gives you, it goes pretty good. It's not crazy fast, but it's not too slow either. It also handles pretty well. For being almost 30 years old, the suspension feels decent. It's a little floaty if you're trying to go really fast, but that's okay. I'm also going to fix that with coilovers at some point. The suspension rides really nice though, which is kind of surprising for how old the car is. It rides super smooth. It's super comfortable if you're just kind of cruising with it, or using it as a little daily driver. Another thing I like a lot about this car is that everything about it just feels really beefy. The shifts just it's a big boom, boom into gear. The steering feels decently heavy. The pedals are heavy. It's just everything about it just feels like beefy and serious, and I really like that about it. So thankfully, the most fun part about this car is not the speed or the power or the handling, because obviously those things aren't crazy good. They're good, but not insane. But honestly, the most fun part about this car is just the experience of driving it. It just feels awesome. Just driving the car is a whole experience. The hood stretches out for a ways in front of you. You can see the wing when you look in the rearview mirror, and even the side mirrors. The body lines just look so cool going down the side. It's just really cool to drive. Now, with all that said about how this car is just fun to cruise in, it's also very fun to rip around and just have a good time with. Coming up to a corner here, heel and toe, flawless. It's not perfect, but it's a blast. It's not like the best driving car in the world, but it's so much fun to drive. And that's what I care about with the car. That's why I wanted to buy it, because it's a fun car. It's not a perfect car, not the fastest car. You're not gonna win races with this car. My phone keeps overheating, so I have to finish this really quickly. But overall, if you're looking to buy one of these cars, I totally recommend it. It's a great car. It's so much fun. It's so cool. And there's a great community around these cars. Everybody that owns these absolutely loves them, because if they don't love them, they sell them after like a week because it's always broken. I bought this car because, well, obviously I wanted a fun sports car, something to make more videos on, something to enjoy over the summers. And I also wanted to learn more about working on cars and wanted something that would give me the opportunity to work on cars more, which this definitely does. I plan on modifying this car a little bit more. I definitely want to lower it and make it a bit louder. And then kind of see if I can make the paint look a little nicer, polish up the headlights or something, and just kind of keep fixing the little things that are wrong with it, and just keep having fun with this car. So if you want to see more about this car, consider subscribing to this channel, because you will certainly see more videos on this car in the future. If you want to see more videos on it right now, you can click right up here or here for some videos about that, and I will see you over there.